Good morning, friends. It's Dr. Michelle Bengtson coming to you again with another hope-filled announcement. This morning, it's not a hope-filled perspective, but I wanted to come this morning and share some amazing news about the expansion of our ministry to better serve you. You know, my ministry to the public really began about 30 years ago when I started studying neuropsychology, and I went into the field of neuropsychology to help people. And I have enjoyed doing that. I have gotten to work with tens of thousands of patients on issues ranging from depression to dementia, and it has been incredibly fulfilling. And then over time, God afforded me the opportunity to start speaking and writing books. You all know about my first book, Hope Prevails: Insights from a Doctor's Personal Journey Through Depression. And then readers like yourself asked me to write the second book, The Hope Prevails Bible Study. And then this summer, my third book is coming out about overcoming worry, fear, and anxiety. So I've had an opportunity to expand my ministry, but God has opened some amazing doors that I wanted to share with you. So if you are tuning in, would you just do me the privilege of letting me know where you are watching from? Because I delight in knowing where the ministry reaches. I just connected with someone over the weekend who's been reading my post from Bangkok, Thailand. And I have several friends who follow the ministry from Australia and from Kenya. So the ministry is expanding, and I would love to know where you're tuning in from. Good morning, Peg and Elizabeth, Nancy, Debbie, it's good to see you. Thank you all for tuning in and supporting me. I wanted to make this special announcement this morning to let you know that God is opening doors to spread hope to the nations, and you can be part of that if you want to. Recently, I have signed a contract for my own radio show, which will be called Your Hope-Filled Perspective with Dr. Michelle Bengtson. It will be airing on graceandtruthradio.world, so it will be streaming over the internet, which is fantastic. It is already in 16 nations, including Albania, Nigeria, Korea, Saudi Arabia, Canada, and several others. And we are looking to continually expand. The whole goal of that radio station is to get biblical resources into the hands of believers in other countries who don't have the wealth of resources that we have here. And so those of us who are radio show hosts on that station are helping to support spreading the good news to the nations. So starting next Monday morning, April 15th, 6 a.m. Central Time, 7 a.m. Eastern Time, you can tune in on the internet to graceandtruthradio.world and listen in to Your Hope-Filled Perspective with Dr. Michelle Bengtson, where we will be offering a hope-filled, biblically based perspective on issues that we all encounter at some point through our lives. It might be financial difficulty. I'm interviewing a guest today about parenting teens effectively God's way. I have spoken to someone about 7 deadly friendships and how we can enhance our relationships with others and stay clear of some of those toxic relationships. I've interviewed a guest already about overcoming traumatic brain injury and what you need to know as a caregiver for someone who's caring for someone with a traumatic brain injury. We'll be talking about depression, anxiety, so all those issues that so many of us face. But we're going to be talking about it, always keeping in mind your hope-filled perspective based on what the Bible has to say. And I would love to hear from you. I need topic suggestions. What do you want to hear? Tell me in the comments below. What do you want to hear? And if there are particular guests that you would like to hear on the show, let me know that as well. And if you have contact with any of those guests, private message me so that I know how to reach out to them, because this program is not for me. It is for you, my faithful ministry partners and my supporters, and for those across the world who need biblically based, hope-filled perspectives to face the day today. So again, let me know where you're listening from. Let me know topics that you'd be interested in us covering, guests that you think would be appropriate to offer a hope-filled perspective, and then tune in next Monday morning, 6 a.m. Central, 7 a.m. Eastern, for a 30-minute hope-filled perspective with Dr. Michelle Bengtson. And if you miss it, no worries, because you will be able to listen to it after the fact, and then we will also be uploading it as a podcast on all the main podcast, I don't even know what you call them, stations, outlets, we'll go with that. Anyway, so there will be multiple different ways that you can get the information if you're not able to tune in live. And if you are interested in supporting the ministry, you can make a donation to graceandtruthradio.world. Just earmark it to go to your Hope-Filled Perspective with Dr. Michelle Bengtson. And we will be bringing you 30 minutes of quality content every Monday morning. And take the time to check out some of the other radio show hosts that are on that station. And you just might also run across your Hope-Filled Minute with Dr. B, because I will also be airing 28 times a week, 1 minute of just a hope-filled devotional. So you have plenty of opportunities to get a hope-filled perspective to encourage you in your daily walk and to help share the good news to the nations. So please support us in prayer. If you want to make a financial support donation, that goes to graceandtruthradio.world, and just earmark it for your hope-filled perspective with Dr. Michelle Bengtson. And please share it with your friends. We need the word to get out, because I'm not doing this because I need one more thing to do. I promise you. I am doing it because I want to share the hope that I have found in Jesus Christ. And we want to share that hope not just here in the continental US, but across the world. So that's our exciting announcement. I look forward to hearing from you, hearing your thoughts about the show, hearing the topics that you want us to cover, and any guests that you think would be appropriate for sharing a hope-filled perspective. And if you would, take the time to share this video announcement so that others will hear about this opportunity to start their week off with a hope-filled perspective. I value you. I appreciate you. I'm praying for you. I love you and your support of our ministry. It's because of you that we are expanding, and I'm excited to see what God wants to do across the nations. So until next Monday morning at 6 a.m. Central, 7 a.m. Eastern, this is Dr. Michelle Bengtson with your Hope-Filled Perspective. May you have a hope-filled week.